Hello students, I am back with my next video lecture. Last time we was doing how to express concentration of solution, and I told you that we need some concentration terms in order to express concentration of solution. Okay, because we have a great need to express concentration, and I had given you this example. Okay, so now the different concentration terms are, first of all, percentage. What it means? Percentage means we have to express concentration per 100 gram for the solution. So how we calculate percentage? Amount of solute divided by amount of solution into 100. Okay, this is how we calculate our percentage of marks. Okay, मीन्स कितना सल्यूट है कितने सोल्यूशन में. ओके, तो यहाँ से हमारे पास इस रेशो से हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा? अमाउंट ऑफ सल्यूट प्रेजेंट पर ग्राम ऑफ सोल्यूशन, और उसको जब मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 कर देंगे, इट मीन्स अमाउंट ऑफ सोल्यूट प्रेजेंट 100 ग्राम ऑफ पर 100 ग्राम ऑफ सोल्यूशन, विच इज कॉल्ड एज द percentage. And percentage can be of three types: weight by weight percentage, weight by volume, volume by volume. When the amount of solute is expressed in terms of weight and amount of solution expressed in terms of weight also, then there will be no units. Okay, it is called as the weight by weight percentage. But when the amount of solute is present in grams, means in weight of solute is presented, but the amount of solution is presented in terms of volume, and volume, you know, volume is expressed in terms of milliliter or maybe liter also. So at that time, that kind of percentage is called as the weight by volume percentage, and it have units gram per ml. Okay, and last is volume by volume. In this, solute and solvent both are presented in term of volume, means in case of this, solute which you are going to add and solution which you are getting obtained, both are liquid in liquid state. So at that time we find weight by volume by volume percentage. Okay, so this is the first concentration term, means you can express percentage. Okay, that's it. For example, in case of this, the total volume of the solution obtained by mixing 2 gram of NaCl with 100 gram of in 100 ml of water, the percentage will be, what will be the percentage? Wait, the percentage will be 2 gram of NaCl, that is solute, divided by total amount of solution. And let us suppose we get solution in milliliter, and on adding NaCl there is no change in volume. Okay, we are, or approximately small change in volume, so we take it here 100 ml multiply by 100, तो 100 से 100 कट गया, it means 2 gram per ml. Okay, this is the meaning of percentage. Was not 2 gram per ml, means 2 gram of solute present 100 ml of in 100 ml of solution. Okay, so next is strength. In case of strength, we express amount of solute in grams present per liter of solution, means in 1 liter of solution how much solute is present in grams is called as the percentage, and its unit is gram per liter, and its definition will be amount of solute in grams present per liter of solution, that is called as the strength. Next unit is molarity. Wait, next unit is molarity, represented by capital M. Okay, and what is molarity? Number of moles of solute. How it calculated? Number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Okay, and by obtaining this ratio you will get amount of solute in moles present per liter of solution. Okay, so this is the definition of molarity: amount of solute in moles present per liter of solution, and its units will be mole per liter. Okay, mole per liter. Amount of solute in moles, mole is also a unit to express the amount, and divided by volume of solution in liter. Okay, and how we calculate number of moles? because you need to get number of moles of solute. How we calculate number of moles of solute? This is obtained by dividing given mass of solute divided by the molar mass of solute. मतलब आपके पास solute grams में कितना है. Okay, let us take, you have 40 gram of NaCl. Okay, and you need to calculate number of moles of NaCl in 40 gram of NaCl. So you have to divide this mass by molar mass of NaCl. And what is the molar mass of NaCl? Na 23, Cl 35.5, 58.5 gram. Okay, so this ratio will be number of moles of NaCl. Okay, means 40 gram of NaCl have this much number of moles. Okay, and this is how you calculate number of moles of solute, and then you just need to simply divide it by volume of solution in liters, that is equal to molarity. Okay, next is normality. What is normality? This is similar like molarity. Okay, in molarity we divide number of moles of solute by volume of solution in liter, but in case of normality we have to express solute in terms of gram equivalent. Gram equivalent is also a unit to express amount. Okay, so number of gram equivalents of solute present per liter of solution, and this is calculated by dividing number of gram equivalents of solute by volume of solution in liter. Okay, so by this ratio you will get amount of solute in gram equivalents present per liter of solution, that is called as the normality. Okay, and it has units gram equivalents per liter. Okay, and in short form it is called as the, it is designated by a capital N and pronounced as normal. Okay, similarly mole per liter is designated as capital M also. Okay, instead of writing mole per liter you can write simply capital M, and you have to pronounce this M as molar. Okay, and how to calculate number of gram equivalents of solute? Okay, how we calculate number of moles of solute? Given mass by molar mass of solute. Similarly, in order to calculate gram equivalents you have to divide given mass by equivalent mass of solute. As we know that every substance has its molar mass, similarly every substance has equivalent mass also. And what is the meaning of equivalent mass here? What is equivalent mass? Equivalent mass of a substance is defined as the amount of substance in grams that displace 1 gram of hydrogen from acid. मतलब कितना मास लगेगा किसी सब्सटेंस का in order to displace 1 gram of hydrogen out of an acid is called as the equivalent mass of the substance. For example, इसको एक एग्जांपल से समझते हैं. NaOH plus HCl is going to produce, no wait, Na plus HCl is going to give NaCl plus hydrogen. You need to balance this equation, so you have to multiply it by, here it by half. Okay, so what is mass of hydrogen obtained? 23 gram of Na reacted with 36.5 gram of HCl. I am simply writing their molar mass. And how much NaCl is produced? 58.5 gram. And how much hydrogen is produced? Half into 2, 1 gram. How much Na is able to produce 1 gram of hydrogen? That is 23 gram of Na. So it means sodium has equivalent mass 23 ग्राम, जितना उसका मोलर मास होता है. ओके, इक्वलेंट मास और मोलर मास बराबर भी आ सकते हैं वैल्यू में. सो हाउ टू कैलकुलेट इक्वलेंट मास? अब आप इक्वलेंट मास को कैलकुलेट कैसे करोगे? ये तो सिंपल डेफिनेशन होगी, बट इन केस ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल्स यू नीड टू कैलकुलेट इक्वलेंट मास. हाउ यू कैलकुलेट इक्वलेंट मास? You have to divide molar mass of the substance by valency factor. Now what is the valency factor? How we find valency factor? Okay, it is depending upon which substance you are talking about. Okay, if you talking about the substance which is involved in the redox reactions, then number of electron change shown by that substance during redox reaction is called as its valency factor for that reaction. For example, in case of this redox reaction, okay, if you talk about the equivalent mass of iron, which it has shown here for this reaction, then we know that Fe plus 2 is getting converted to Fe. Okay, it means plus 2 to 0, and plus 2 to 0 is converted by gaining 2 electrons. It means for this reaction Fe plus 2 ion has valency factor how much? 2. So it means for this reaction iron show valency factor of 2. So what will be the equivalent mass of iron for this reaction? That is equal to molar mass of iron divided by 2, that is its valency factor. Okay, so it means if you want to calculate equivalent mass of a substance which is involved in the redox reaction, then you just need to look for how many electron change it is showing, whether it is gaining, whether it is losing, that doesn't matter. You just need to calculate how much electron 1 mole of substance is gaining or losing. Okay, so that is the valency factor. Second is for acids. Okay, for acids the number of H positive ions produced per mole of acid, एक मोल ऑफ एसिड पर मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ एसिड, एक मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ एसिड कितने एच पॉजिटिव आयन लिबरेट करेगा या प्रोड्यूस करेगा, बिकॉज यू नो दैट what are acids, those which furnish H positive ions in their solution. Okay, that is called as its valency factor, and it is also called as the basicity. Okay, what is the meaning of basicity? Number of H positive ion produced per molecule of acid, that is called as basicity of the acid. Okay, for example HCl, इसका एक मॉलिक्यूल एक H पॉजिटिव आयन प्रोड्यूस करता है, इट मीन्स HCl हैज़ वैलेंसी फैक्टर 1. Similarly H2SO4, one molecule of H2SO4 furnishes 2 H positive ion, it means H2SO4 has valency factor 2. Similarly H3PO4 phosphoric acid, one molecule of H3PO4 produces 3 H positive ion, it means H3PO4 has valency factor 3, or you can say it also as basicity. For acids valency factor is same as that of basicity. Okay, now for base number of OH negative ions, because we know that bases are those substances which furnish OH negative ions in their aqueous solution. The number of OH negative ions produced per molecule of base is called as its valency factor, or you can also call it as acidity. Okay, for example one molecule of NaOH produces one OH negative ion, so it means NaOH has valency factor of 1. Similarly one molecule of calcium hydroxide produces 2 OH negative ion, it means for calcium hydroxide valency factor is 2, or you can say that acidity of calcium hydroxide is 2. So if you want to calculate equivalent mass of calcium hydroxide, you have to divide its molar mass by 2, then you will get its equivalent mass, and from that equivalent mass you have to calculate number of gram equivalents of solute, that is calculated by dividing given mass by equivalent mass of that particular solute which you used for preparing the solution. Okay, and similarly last for salts. Okay, how we calculate equivalent mass of salts? Then the total positive charge present on cation, or you can say total negative charge present on anions, because we know that in case of salts, if aluminium plus 3 combines with sulfate to produce a salt, then the formula of salt will be Al2SO4 thrice. टोटल पॉजिटिव कितना हो गया इसमें, 2 एल्यूमिनियम प्लस 3 आयन इन्वॉल्व में, मीन्स प्लस 3 प्लस 3 प्लस 6. ओके, और अगर टोटल नेगेटिव की बात करते हैं तो 3 सल्फेट आयन मौजूद हैं, तो इट मीन्स -2 -2 -2, तो भी -6. मीन्स आपके पास कितना टोटल पॉजिटिव चार्ज है इन ए सॉल्ट और कितना टोटल नेगेटिव चार्ज है, क्योंकि इन दोनों की वैल्यू इक्वली होती है फॉर द सॉल्ट्स, दैट इज इट्स वैलेंसी फैक्टर. सो it means in case of aluminium sulfate valency factor is 6. So if you want to calculate the equivalent mass of aluminium sulfate, that will be equal to the molar mass of aluminium sulfate divided by 6. Okay, because 6 is the valency factor. So it means what is the meaning of equivalent mass, how you calculate it? Equivalent mass is equal to molar mass, molar weight बोल लो चाहे आप, मोलर वेट बाय वैलेंसी फैक्टर. और वैलेंसी फैक्टर कैसे निकलेगा, दैट डिपेंड अपॉन सॉल्ट है, बेस है, एसिड है, और कोई सब्सटेंस है विच इज़ रिएक्टिंग which is involved in the redox action. Okay, so according to that you can calculate equivalent mass, and for equivalent mass you calculate number of gram equivalents. Okay, and gram equivalents are required for calculating normality. Next is molality. It is designated by small m. Okay, molality means number of moles of solute. You have to take number of moles of solute, and you have to take mass of solvent in kilogram, and then you need to find this ratio. This is called as the molality. And how you define molality? Number of moles of solute present per kg of solvent, because by finding this ratio you will find how many number of moles are present per kg of solvent. That is called as the molality. Units will be mole per kg. Okay, and it is designated by small m, called as the molal. Okay, you have to correct it here. This is molal, not molar. Molar is for molarity, that is designated by capital M and called as molar. Okay, so one thing to note here, in denominator there is mass of solvent, so by mistake don't use here mass of solution. And if mass of solution is given directly or indirectly, okay, then mass of solution में से अगर आप mass of solute को subtract कर दोगे, then you will get mass of solvent, and you have to put that value in kilograms. Okay, that's it. Just keep this in your mind. Next is mole fraction. Okay, so first of all, when we use mole fraction, okay, for example, these units are basically used for binary solutions. Okay, molality, normality, molality, strength, these units are basically in majority of cases used for binary solutions. Binary solutions are those solutions which are having only two components. Okay, clear? And but in case of mole fraction is used majorly when more than one solute present in the solution. Means whenever there is trinary, quaternary solutions are there, then we use mole fraction to express concentration. What is the meaning of mole fraction? Definition: mole fraction of a component of solution is the ratio of number of moles of the component divided by a total number of moles present in the solution. जिस कंपोनेंट की आपने मोल फ्रैक्शन निकालनी है, ठीक है, आगे चलो देखते हैं, उसके नंबर ऑफ मोल्स जिस कंपोनेंट के निकालने हैं डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ मोल्स प्रेजेंट इन द solution, that will be the mole fraction of that particular component which you are talking about. Okay, and mole fraction is designated by, this is a simple kind of x, but it is called as the chi. Okay, so let us say, this is the example, let us say solution has three components A, B and C. C is solvent, okay, and A and B will be considered as solute, because you know that there is only one solvent, we have to consider one as a solvent and all other as solute. So if you want to calculate mole fraction of A, then what will be its formula? Number of moles of A divided by total number of moles. And what are the total number of moles present in the solution? You know that solution is made up of three components A, B and C. So total number of moles will be number of moles of A plus number of moles of B plus number of moles of C. Okay, so that is the total number of moles. So this is equal to Na is representing number of moles of A divided by total number of moles, and what are the total number of moles? Na plus Nb plus Nc. Similarly, if you want to calculate mole fraction of B, then that will be number of moles of B divided by total number of moles, and what is the value of total number of moles? Na plus Nb plus Nc. This is the value of total number of moles. And what is the mole fraction of C? That will be number of moles of C divided by total number of moles, and the total number of moles will be same Na plus Nb plus Nc, because these three are the components of solution. So what will be the sum of, if you want to calculate sum of all the mole fractions of this solution which is made up of A, B and C, we come to know that mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B plus mole fraction of C means this plus this plus this. When you solve this, this is equal to 1. It means sum of mole fraction of all the components present in a solution is equal to 1. If a component is containing if a solution is containing three components, it means the sum of mole fraction of these three components will be equal to 1. But if the solution will have four components, then you have to add mole fraction of these 4, then you will get equal to 1. Okay, and what will be the units of mole fraction? You need to tell me this. So in case of mole fraction, you divide number of moles by number of moles. ऊपर भी मोल आ गया, नीचे भी मोल आ गया आपके पास, न्यूमरेटर में भी मोल है, डिनोमिनेटर में भी मोल है, मोल एंड मोल करके, so it means mole fraction is a dimensionless quantity. Okay, so next unit, next concentration term is parts per million. In short form you can call it as ppm. जैसे परसेंटेज होती है वो हम परसेंट के लिए देखते हैं, पर 100 के लिए देखते हैं, इसमें हम पर मिलियन के लिए देखेंगे. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू कैलकुलेट दिस रेशो, अमाउंट ऑफ सोल्यूट इन ग्राम डिवाइड बाय अमाउंट ऑफ सोल्यूशन इन ग्राम. ओके, यहाँ से आपको क्या पता लगता है, अमाउंट ऑफ सोल्यूट प्रेजेंट पर ग्राम ऑफ सोल्यूशन, इस रेशो से ये पता लग जाएगा. बट यू नीड टू कैलकुलेट अमाउंट ऑफ सोल्यूट पर मिलियन ऑफ सोल्यूशन, सो यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई विद मिलियन, एंड मिलियन मीन्स 10 lakh, 10⁻6. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज दी 1 million. 10 lakh equal to 1 million. Okay, and this is the unit used for very dilute solution. ठीक है, ये यूनिट्स वेरी डाइल्यूट सॉल्यूशंस के लिए यूज़ होता है, क्योंकि इसमें सोल्यूट बहुत ज़्यादा कम होता है एज कंपेरिजन टू सॉल्यूशन, और यू कैन से सॉल्वेंट. ओके, सो कंसनट्रेशन ऑफ सल्फेट आयन इन द टैप वाटर, जैसे टैप वाटर में सल्फेट आयन की कंसनट्रेशन बहुत कम होती है. सो फॉर दैट, for expressing concentration of sulfate ion in the tap water, you need to express that concentration in parts per million. Similarly, there is parts per billion, ppb. Okay, billion means 100 crore, 100 crore. Okay, means 10⁻9, and this is used for very dilute solutions. Okay, and similarly you have to, how you calculate parts per billion, ppb, amount of solute in gram divided by amount of solution in gram. ओके, पर ग्राम के लिए सोल्यूट कितना है वो निकाल लिया, मल्टीप्लाई बाय 10⁻9, दैट्स इट. ओके, दिस इज हाउ यू कैलकुलेट पार्ट्स पर बिलियन. सो दीज आर सम यूनिट्स, दीज आर सम कंसंट्रेशन टर्म्स which we studied. Okay, means parts per million, parts per billion, mole fraction, molality, normality, molarity, strength, percentage. These are some of concentration terms, मतलब different concentration units which we can adapt in order to express concentration. Okay, और इनको आपस में एक दूसरे में भी कन्वर्ट किया जा सकता है. मीन्स आप मोलैरिटी, अगर आपके पास किसी सोल्यूशन की मोलैरिटी है तो यू कैन ऑल्सो एक्सप्रेस दैट सोल्यूशन इन टर्म ऑफ नॉर्मेलिटी. यू जस्ट नीड टू कन्वर्ट यूनिट्स. जैसे किलोग्राम में अगर वेट एक्सप्रेस किया हो किसी बॉडी का, यू कैन कन्वर्ट दैट किलोग्राम इनटू ग्राम ऑल्सो. ओके, वैसे ही मोलैरिटी नॉर्मेलिटी में भी आपस में रिलेशन होगा, या कोई तरीका होगा जिससे हम मोलैरिटी की जो मोलैरिटी है वो भी तो कंसनट्रेशन को एक्सप्रेस करती है, तो उसको किसी तरीके से हम नॉर्मेलिटी में कन्वर्ट कर सकते होंगे. ओके, क्लियर. एंड सम ऑफ द सिंपल रिलेशंस आर दीज. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जैसे आपके पास मोलैरिटी है, मोलैरिटी और स्ट्रेंथ में रिलेशन क्या होता है, मोलैरिटी इज इक्वल टू स्ट्रेंथ डिवाइडेड बाय मोलर मास ऑफ सोल्यूट. ओके, क्योंकि स्ट्रेंथ में क्या होता है, नंबर ऑफ ग्राम्स ऑफ सोल्यूट प्रेजेंट पर लीटर ऑफ सोल्यूशन. ठीक है, सोल्यूट कितना है ग्राम में इन 1 लीटर ऑफ सोल्यूशन, वो होता है. मोलर मास से डिवाइड करने पे क्या होगा, जो ऊपर सोल्यूट की अमाउंट है ग्राम में पर लीटर, जब उसको आप डिवाइड कर दोगे इस पूरी क्वांटिटी को मोलर मास से, तो इन दोनों से की रेशो से मास ऑफ सोल्यूट इन ग्राम डिवाइड बाय मोलर मास, वो बन जाएगा नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सोल्यूट. तो वहाँ से नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सोल्यूट बाय प्रेजेंट पर लीटर ऑफ सोल्यूशन, दैट इज इक्वल टू मोलैरिटी. So this is the relation between molarity and strength. Molarity equal to strength divided by molar mass of solute. Similarly, normality is equal to strength divided by equivalent mass of solute. Okay. And next is, there is a relation between normality and molarity. Normality is equal to molarity into valency factor. Okay. These are the three interconversion formulas when you by which you can convert one unit to the another one. Okay, that's it. And the concentration terms which we had studied in this lecture is percentage, no units. Okay, and it is of 3 types: volume by volume, weight by volume, weight by weight. Okay, in case of weight by volume there are units gram per 100 ml. Okay, second, strength gram per liter, molality mole per liter, molality mole per kg of solvent, normality gram equivalent per liter, mole fraction no units, parts per million, it is also having no units. Okay, parts per billion, no units. Okay, so this is it for today. Thank you. In next lecture I will show you some numericals and we will solve it. Okay, that's it.